Shouldn't have spoke so early. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 7 of Grand Master Pod. We're back, baby. Episode 7. It's been 7 frickin' weeks. I know. I'm positive, yeah. Because episode 6 just came out. And I know it. Now, that being said, I'm sorry, I just got a text and I was looking off my phone, but now I'm back. And that won't happen again. It's happening again, and it's getting to me right there. No! Grandmaster's okay. If you don't know what just happened, Grandmaster knocked over his cold brew beverage, and then it didn't spill. Now, this is the second time that's happened. Anyways, let's start this thing off right. Welcome back to the Dojo. I'm your Grand Master, and you are in this session. It's time to train and time to learn, okay? I'm once again very excited to be back. I have also, so far, every episode I've had to make an apology, and I'm going to have to make another one. Tomorrow, the audio for this will be going out because it's Monday night, and I didn't film it on the weekend because I had a lot going on, which we'll get into. Calm down, we'll get into it. But I had a lot going on, so decided to film this tonight instead. And then I also, the apology though, is because I didn't fucking have time to, or the discipline, Grandmaster didn't have the discipline to upload the audio to Libsyn and do all that to get the Spotify and iTunes episode 6 up. So that will go up tomorrow as well. Episode 6 and 7 will go up tomorrow on Spotify and iTunes if you didn't get to listen. But those of you that did, on YouTube, you don't care. You're fine. You made it. But there is an audience that is an audio listener audience, and you guys are special. Special in a different way. You know, the video listeners are special, and the audio listeners are special. But once again, just very excited to be back, guys. You know, it's been a good week. It's been a crazy week. It's been an interesting week, to say the least. And also, the SP7 live show sold out. Thank you, babe. I silenced her. Thank you, babe. I wasn't actually silencing her. I was just praising her. Thank you, baby. Yeah, it's sold out, though, guys. You can't come see us. That's it. And who knows when we'll have another one. So if you're feeling bad about it, you should have bought a ticket. There was plenty of time to buy a ticket, which is... It's true, but also I understand if you can't make it out, you know, and Grandmaster chokes up when he talks about it. But very exciting, April 11th at the Pico Playhouse in Los Angeles. We're sold out. It's going to be quite the show. You know, it's going to contain music. It's going to contain laughs. You got to tighten this up. I got to tighten up my microphone right now. But very excited about that. It's very late at night, by the way. It's 8:22. 8:22 p.m. And Grandmaster is doing this because he wants to, not because he has to. Now, do I hold myself accountable for this? Yeah, I do. But, you know, I think that's a good thing. Make sure at least I get it done every week. But it doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like a chore. I'm very excited when I'm doing it. Did I want to have to do anything tonight after work? No, I didn't. But, yeah, I enjoy it. And you guys know I do. So we're here, we're back, we're sitting down, and I am still always thinking about who we're going to have on the podcast. Because now there's so many people that I could bring on. But you guys know the deal. It's the Dojo, and we don't have guests on yet. Not because we can't, because we fucking can. We choose not to. It's our dojo, and we don't want anybody stepping in here and acting like they own the place. No, I'm kidding. We might one day. Who knows what we'll do. I just really enjoy doing it myself, sitting down, and it's just like a thing that I can do, and I don't have to be like, oh, this episode was better because I had this person on, which will inevitably happen when you have guests. But it's nice to just be like, this episode did the same as last week, and I enjoy that. Now, what did I do this weekend, y'all? I feel a little bit sad that I said y'all because I'm not American. I mean, technically I'm American. What are you dancing over there? Are you trying to give me a topic or are you just dancing? I'm just doing Oh, you're doing a little... You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, fuck it. the weekend was amazing. The weekend was fucking phenomenal. The past 2 weekends, I think, have been like really fucking good. On Friday night, myself and Sammy Joe went to a Catfish and the Bottlemen concert. If you don't know who they are, do you live under a rock? Because they're a fucking amazing band. And the bass player, Benji, from Catfish, is a good friend of mine. Love him to death. And he hooked us up with some tickets, and we got to go. And Nick from the Rex was there, and that's amazing because they know each other too, and they're friends. So Nick was there with his girlfriend, and I believe Aaron from the Rex is there too. You guys don't know who these fucking people are. You know who Nick is. You probably know who Aaron is. You might know who Aaron is. You definitely know who Nick is because you watch the show. But if you're not listening to the Rex, which you should be, Nick and Aaron are both members of the Rex, and they were there, and I love them both. And we got to hang out with them and watch the show, which was fucking phenomenal. Like, you really, if you like music, if you like rock, if you like indie rock, go listen to Catfish and the Bottlemen. Like, to me, dude, they're definitely top fucking 3. It's like, I've been a fan of these guys since I was like just a wee boy, since like probably like between 2011 and 2013. I don't remember. Probably maybe 2012 even. I don't remember. I say 2011, but I also don't remember. I just know it was like before I started YouTube or around that time. But they're fucking incredible, man. And we hung out with Benji afterwards and got to meet the other members of the band for the second time because they brought us over when they opened for Green Day, and we got to hang out as well. But they're so fucking cool. They're just genuinely cool guys. And like, I love Van McCann. He's the lead singer of Catfish and the Bottlemen. He was just so fucking nice. And he was like, "Oh, mate, cheers." I was like, "I don't know if you remember me, but I don't know if we met last time around." I was like, "Yeah, of course, at the Rose Bowl last year." And I was like, "You remember? You remember Grand Master?" Amazing. I actually don't know if I met Van last year, believe it or not. I think he may have like a memory flub because I'm pretty sure I only met Bondi and Larry, who's their roadie, but like one of their best friends, and obviously Benji. But maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe I was drunk last year. Grandmaster gets drunk sometimes. Not often, but when the moment arises, you know. That's the thing with me and drinking though too. It's like, I don't for the life of me want to go out every weekend, and I should because of the age that I am, but I just don't want to. I think I got it out of my system already. You know, but it's like nice to go out once in a while. But nights like that was amazing. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a party night. It was just like hanging out and drinking. And but anyways, to go back to that. So meeting Van McCann, the lead singer of Catfish and the Bottlemen, after he said like, "Oh yeah, we met last year, right?" And I was like, "Oh, maybe, yeah, that's crazy. I don't remember at all. I must have been so drunk." He was like, "Oh yeah, I fucking Benji showed me you guys' videos. We were watching them and having a fucking laugh." And then I was like, "Holy shit, cool, yeah." And he's like, "Yeah, it was Brooklyn Bloopers was the one it was." And I was like, "What the fuck? You watched specifically my channel? Amazing." That's so cool. I thought that was amazing. That was a huge compliment because he's a phenomenal singer and songwriter. All of them. But anyways, that's what we did. Then we went to the bar afterwards with Benji and Nick and Sammy Joe and the boys, girls. And that was so fucking fun, man. But you know what? You know what sucked about that? It didn't really suck. It was just fucking funny, but also like frustrating was, and I can't believe this even happened. I was so shocked that like these people exist for real. You know, like you watch To Catch a Predator. You watch all those terrible shows. But at the bar, there was this older gentleman. Mostly people in their 20s, maybe 30s at the bar. You know, and it wasn't like a pop-in bar where there was dancing and stuff. It was like a bar where people were just sitting and drinking. And there was this older gentleman who was just sitting across the bar and just looking around on the fucking prowl for women too. Definitely. And now this isn't judgment because he made many advancements, creepy advancements. He actually started talking to I think it was Benji's girlfriend, and we were watching it happen, and holy fuck, that was the funniest thing in the world to see. And then she came back and she's like, He invited me back to New York with him. Yeah, no, I'm not even fucking kidding you. Sam and Joe didn't even know this, but he's like, I think when she left to go back, she's like, okay, see ya. He's like, oh, look, this is where I want to take you. Or this is where you need to be, or something like that. It was really fucking creepy. And the whole night we were like, oh, fuck that guy. And then he actually started, I just skipped to the end of the night. Oh, fuck, wait, no. Nick's girlfriend went to the bar. So one of the buddies that I was with at the bar, his girlfriend decided to go to the bathroom. And this fucking guy follows her to the bathroom, doesn't go in, thank fuck. And then when she came out, she was like, whoa, what are you doing here? I think what we had decided in that moment too, when she told us that, I was like, did he go in the bathroom? And she's like, no, I didn't go in the bathroom. He was just there when I came out. And I was like, well, at least he didn't go in, because if he did go in, then we would have to go talk to him. And then we'd have to, hi-ya, kick him in the face. We'd have to attack. If he went in the fucking bathroom, man, it would have been, I'm trying to imagine what I would do. I'm going in my mind, deep into my mind's brain, my brain's eye. Do I, A, jump kick to the nose bone collapses into the man's brain and he dies? B, do I grab him by the fucking throat and put him into a camera? Or C, do I grab him, throw him out of the place? Or D, do I walk up to him and go, hey man, what are you doing? You're creeping everybody out. I heard you're following girls to the bathroom. You're talking to people's girlfriends. You get the fuck out of here, man. Or do I just do I sit there and go, ugh, yuck. Anyway, pickleback? Because that's sort of what we did. It would probably be that one. It would probably be pickleback. That's one of my favorite fucking drinks. I didn't know we had them in America. Not America, sorry. I didn't know we had them in LA, but I imagine they're an everywhere drink. Because we have them every time we go to Austin. It's a tradition. We go to Shangri-La in Austin, and we order picklebacks. You start with picklebacks. It's the most delicious thing in the world. Now, let me tell you that right now. I don't drink, but when I do it like this. I start with a nice pickleback, okay? That's one shot of rum, I think. Jameson, is that rum or fucking whiskey? Who knows? Doesn't matter. Leave a comment down below if you do know. You probably do, or you Googled it and you're trying to seem like you did know, but you didn't know, because nobody fucking knows. It all gets you drunk, doesn't it? But it's a shot of that, whatever the fuck that is, and then it's a shot of pickle juice. But it's got to be good pickle juice. It's so good, though. Something about it. You take the shot. Normally, if you take a shot of something like that, without pretending or lying to yourself like it's so good and it doesn't bother you because you're full of shit. Hey, if you say that a shot of something doesn't burn your throat and yucky, you're full of it. You're full of it. You're full of dog shit. That's just not true. There may be a very small percentage of people, very small percentage that it doesn't affect, and there's something wrong with you. That means they have a defect of some sort in their throat, or it's burnt, or they don't have taste buds or something, but it's not made to taste good, therefore it doesn't, if that makes any sense. But also, I've sipped on scotch and stuff, and you can like the taste of that, but it's still like a burn and kind of a yucky. It's like drinking, I guess maybe it's like drinking coffee if you don't like coffee, and then you eventually, your taste buds adapt. But gonna take what I just said that kind of made more sense than what I've previously said. Just gonna turn it into a fucking ball, throw it away. It's disgusting always, and you're lying if you think it's not. That's what it is in the dojo anyways. It's disgusting. Alcohol is fucking gross, except for beer. Some beers. Maybe one beer. It's all fucking gross. Let's be honest. Nothing tastes good. But the pickle juice shot. Now bear with me. If you haven't had it and you're like, ew, I will never fucking try that. Hey, Grand Master, what the fuck, dude? I know, my son or daughter. But give me a chance. Next time you go out, ask for a pickleback. Try one. Say, hey, I know, you're probably going to order it like this. Hey, can I get a pickleback? And they're going to go, and then you go, I know, but my grandmaster asked me. He told me, he said, trust him to have a pickleback. So you'll have a pickleback. You'll have a shot of it, and you'll be like, wow, amazing. And so did Benji that night. Benji had it, And so did Nick. I think Nick hadn't had one too. I don't remember, actually. But they both fucking loved it. And Benji texted me afterwards saying, "You've awoken something in me with the pickleback." They're amazing. They truly are. The pickle juice immediately cuts the burn and the nasty, yucky... Excuse me. I'm thinking about alcohol. It's making me throw up. It immediately makes the yucky thing that makes you kind of want to gag. And it seems like I'm gagging right now, but I'm burping. But the gaggy feeling, the burn, the yuckiness that you don't like, and gone. It doesn't exist. It's like a half second, and then the pickle juice takes over, and it's like you just had a bite of a juicy steak, and that's the feeling you have in your mouth. It's amazing. Picklebacks, baby. In the dojo, we don't drink water. How we hydrate, picklebacks. Kidding. Samjo looked at me because she knows I need to drink more water. There's water and coffee, my dear. That's an 8:30 cold brew. I won't be sleeping tonight. Somebody commented, I think on the last podcast or the podcast before that, saying that, hey, Grandmaster, I started drinking coffee or cold brew because of you. And I had one at 5 o'clock and I couldn't sleep all night. And then I related with that person more than anyone in my life because I've done that so many times. When I was younger and I was doing YouTube videos, man, I would drink coffees like every 2 hours up until like 9, 10 o'clock at night. Not even kidding you. Now, having one coffee in the morning and then a coffee at even past 6 p.m. is a bad choice. All around, it's a bad choice. Having a coffee every 2 hours up until 10 p.m., the fucking worst. You won't be sleeping at all. You won't be sleeping. That's just how it is. And you have heart palpitations. 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 That's how we correct our grammar. We just sound it out, everybody. But yeah, dude, it's been the worst. I've had some scary heart palpitations where your heart's like fluttering and you are barely staying alive at that point. Your heart's like, and you're like, oh, fuck, come on. Stay with me. You have to like keep yourself alive. But it's scary. Don't drink coffee. Maybe one a day, 2 a day max, you know? But totally lost my train of thought here. Welcome to the ADD podcast. It's late, you guys. I wonder if there's a difference. Is there a difference between nighttime Grandmaster and morning time Grandmaster and afternoon time Grandmaster? What do you think, babe? Nice. We created this thing now. It's a defense mechanism where to defend yourself verbally to someone or physically, you cock your butt at them and you spray diarrhea. So you just go, and that's just diarrhea shooting at their face. It's the best thing in the world. Whoa. And you can do other things too. You can make things come out of other orifices. Sometimes I like to take my Dickens and go, my Dickens, yeah, my Dickens, my Charles Dickens. Anyways, what else happened? Yeah, so at that bar, I didn't really get to fully explain how fucking creepy that guy was. But also, let's teleport back to the creepy guy at the bar with Catfish. He follows her. We get to the point where we're like, oh, fuck, if it had gone any further, we would say something. But the whole night, he's on the fucking prowl. I'm not even kidding you. He's sitting at the bar looking for girls, and then he'll kind of groove once in a while. Oh, my God. Like, just this weird, like, what's up? Except he wasn't, like, friendly like that. He was very scary and creepy. But he eventually, near the end of the night, moved to another section of the bar. Like he was strategically moving around so that he could see other girls. If it didn't work out with one girl, moving on. This isn't like a hookup club, man. This is like a bar where there happen to be like a couple different groups. And this like 50-year-old, I'm not even kidding. To me, this is like crazy, but I imagine anyone that lives in a city is like, yeah, dude, that happens every fucking weekend, 12 times. Well, good for you. How awesome is that you get to see that? But he starts talking to these other girls who are very drunk. And we're like, oh no, he's eventually just going to make his way around until he finds a girl who's drunk enough and take her home. Luckily, it didn't happen. He just made a fool of himself. And then, this is the greatest thing of all time. This fucking guy, as we're leaving, we are walking down the sidewalk, saying our goodbyes, everybody. We see the guy. He gets into his Fiat 500. It's a Fiat 500. That type of guy gets into a Fiat 500 after drinking too. So creepy, too old to be there, too old for any girl, stalking girls in the bathroom, trying to get drunk girls to come home with you, giving up, and then getting into your Fiat 500, which was orange, drunk. No. That's 8 no's from me. What'd you say, babe? And then, yeah, so this is how we knew he was drunk, because we're like, see you, man. Because he saw us for sure. And then he was like, bye. That's what we did at him. We were like, see you, man. Hey, did you get a girl to come home with you? Yeah, actually. And then he smelled like shit. He got into his Fiat 500, bright fucking luminescent orange, parked right in front of the club. So he must have gotten there early. That's another thing. Can we pause? If he was able to park in front of the bar, not club, sorry, bar, he had been there from the ass crack of opening looking for girls. Am I right? Can I get an amen?
By himself.
Think about that. If he was able to park directly out front of the bar, he was early there. He was there before most people.
We were parked across the street from it.
We were across the street, but that's because we went to the venue. Maybe there's a plot hole here. Maybe there's a hole in my whole story, but it really adds to my narrative. You know what I'm saying? In our world, he got there really fucking early because he parked right in front of the bar. But he zooms off. So he gets in his car, obviously drunk, because he zooms off so fast. Like embarrassingly fast, because it was a Fiat 500, which everybody knows are fast, but shouldn't be fast because they're Fiat 500s. The only Fiat that should be fast, among any other Fiats that are really cool that I don't know, is the Fiat 124 Spider, and that's the only car that should be fast. That's a Fiat. Now, the Fiat 500 is very fast. I know they race them, and I know that some people think they're cool, but this man didn't make it look cool. After all 8 things, no. He gets in his Fiat 500, and he like zooms off, so drunk, and it was very hard to watch. 50 years old, hasn't learned a thing. Poor guy. No, not poor guy. Poor anyone who has to interact with him. Fuck that guy. I'm surprised we didn't give him a name. I know that was a long story. I know I went back and forth with it, trying to get it out. It's late. It's 8:41 now. Grand Master's not really tired, but I've never recorded this late before. Or have I? I think I recorded at 7 once. What else is going on? Yeah, that fucking crazy guy. And he drunk, drove home. What's up, babe? Oh, right here. I'm just looking at it. But what else happened? We went to, let me get my computer. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the puking vomiting bit in SB7, because that got such an uproar of mixed reactions, and I want to watch the video too. So if you don't know, there was a bit that I came up with in the SB7 like alternative lifestyle, where I started, like, you know how people can force a burp. You'll suck the air in, you'll eat it, and you'll burp. I can do it where it's like in, out, like forever. And so it's just like, I'm not doing it right now because it'll make me feel sick, but like, it's really gross and like, to me, funny in that context. You want me to do it for the one time? I can't right now. I tried and it really threw me through a fucking tornado. But anyways, I did this thing, and then the boys started laughing their ass off, and then they just started doing it as well, and then the whole video kind of became that. That was like the run along gag, whatever it is. And did we do it too much? Maybe a little. I think, yeah, we did. We did it a bit much in the video, but it was also really funny for us in that moment. And it got such mixed reviews. Some of you loved the shit out of it and went, holy fuck, I laughed at that every single time all the way through. And some people were like, was it all right the first time? Maybe. But good God, it kept going the whole way and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Now, this is something, you guys watch our YouTube videos for free. That's all I'm saying. Other than paying for your internet. We go to work 9 to 6 and make a video for you and put our blood, sweat, and tears and creativity into it. And then you say bad things? What? Anywho, let's watch the video. I think I have a video here for you. Let me see. I have a couple videos. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, no. I don't have a video of the puking. There was a video, actually. I think in the Reddit, in the SB7 Reddit, you can find a video of the compilation of the burping, and it was vile. It was totally vile. But I'm curious what you guys thought. Who from the Grand Master... I mean, if you're watching this, you probably liked it because, like, that's totally my type of humor. But let me know. Did you guys like that or did you not like it? And if you didn't, you can get out of the dojo. Simply. But I have another video for you. A user-made video. 2 user-made animations, actually. The first one, since we're on the topic of SB7... is on the SB7 Reddit, and it's titled "I laughed way too hard while making this." And it's when I went through when we all went through the spider, we went into a sewer tunnel type thing, and there were spiders in there that I didn't see, and I was the furthest in, and everyone was behind me. And then pointed out after I had already passed it was this group of 2 spiders, which then the fear of there being so many spiders awoke in me. Totally didn't think about that. Now, yeah, I got fucking terrified and screamed and wanted to get out of there fast. And my friends did not move out of the way. They stood there laughing. You fucking freaks. Get out. But what did come out of that was a good video and a great fan-made animation because I screamed something like, I feel like I'm in Harry Potter because all I could imagine was when they were running from the fucking spiders in Harry Potter. And I was like, get the fuck out of my way. So somebody made a video, and I'm going to play it. Now, next week, I'm going to have, hopefully, some more interesting things for the podcast as far as the production of it. Like, I want to show videos on the screen, which I'm going to do now, but I'm going to play it and then just time it. But next week, I'm going to record my screen and have a soundboard and stuff. But let's play it in 1, 2, 3. We're playing.
Oh, my God! Let's get the fuck out of here, dude! Go! Get the fuck out of here, dude! I feel like I'm in Harry Potter! I'm fucking terrified! I hate spiders! Go! Go! Get the fuck out of here, dude!
I wasn't moving at all. This was the funniest thing ever to me.
No, don't leave me! Go! Please go!
That's so funny. I think I'm supposed to be Harry Potter.
Go, you piece of shit! You're going too
Oh,
slow,
yeah.
man.
You piece of shit as I blast the spider away. So good, man. Oh, it fucking, wait. It paused, or did it? Wait. Did it pause? Oh, no, we got through it. Okay. Holy shit, dude. You piece of shit! And he hits it with the fucking Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, man. That was great. Who made that? Posted by Katie Flies Away, I think. Thank you for making that. That was so fucking funny, dude. I loved that. That did well on the Reddit. By the way, we have a Reddit. We have a Grand Master Pod Reddit. Check it out. That's where we talk about it. Make clips. If you do fan art. And we use the hashtag Grandmaster Pod on Twitter and Instagram. Will I make a Twitter one day? Yeah, I will. What else happened? Oh, there was another video I wanted to show you guys, which this was from, is it March? Oh, was this really not that from that long ago? Oh, wow. Or maybe they just posted it on YouTube on the 20th. But last Wednesday, so it must have been from the previous podcast, I think. I forget exactly which one this was from, but this is an animation from someone who animated me talking about, who was it that deleted their, some famous rapper deleted his Instagram because he was caught cheating, or there was a bunch of allegations about him cheating. And my stance was like, well, now there's no way to, it was Travis Scott. So Travis Scott deleted his Instagram because he had allegations about cheating and stuff. But I did this bit where I was like, well, you can't, there's no proof that you are like right and that you didn't cheat now because you deleted your Instagram. Like, why would you delete it? It's so stupid. And someone animated it, so let's play that too. 1, 2, 3, play. Babe, there's like a lot of leaked things from your Instagram that made me feel like you're cheating on me. It's all good. I deleted my Instagram. Oh, so we can't like go look at your DMs to see if it was real or not. Nah. I just deleted it. You know what I mean? Because like I don't want to like put up with people like spreading lies about me. You know what I mean? Well, like they're still gonna spread lies about you. They're just now we can't prove them wrong. Breakup. That's what happens after that. Boosh. That was fun. I wanted to show that, and I said I was going to show that. So thank you to Dan Ross. That was awesome. Very good animator, dude. I love that. That was great animations, dude. I would love to animate more moments. Dan Ross, you should get in contact with me, man. I want to see how long that took you. Maybe we'll do, if we can do like, if you even want to do it. But it would be so cool to do like one of those a week and post it on social media and stuff. But those are the two things I wanted to show you guys because they were awesome. I hope everybody's having a great fucking week. Am I still recording here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Gerald. We are fucking recording. I love it. Yeah, I do. What else? Did you guys hear about the Kanye West having a Kanye West lemonade stand selling Yeezys? When I found out about that, I immediately was like, Sammy Joe, let's go. And then we found out that it was actually in Hidden Hills, and so you can't, and it was only for the neighbors. But I think they're doing more of them. But it's really cool because it's for charity. And he's teaching us kids good values, you know? Kanye getting it. Was he a little crazy for a while? Uh-huh. He was very crazy for a little while. But now he's doing good, you know? It seems like it anyways. But there was a fucking unreleased Yeezys, 700 boosts. I'll take them. I'll take all of them. Very cool. I just want to see what they are, you know? I just want to see what kind of Yeezys they are because I'm kind of a Yeezy guy. They are a bit of a flex, but I like them. And if you get them, I'll never pay full price, ever. Almost did one time, didn't. But I like shoes. I really like shoes. Shoes can really make an outfit. They can make or break an outfit. If you're wearing meh shoes, an outfit's shit. But if you're wearing like sweatpants, excuse me, so many burps from the coffee. If you're wearing sweatpants and any t-shirt and like Yeezys or Ultra Boosts or something cool, it looks like it's kind of like intentionally chill, but like, oh wait, those shoes are cool. But I would never buy them. When the Yeezys come out originally online, they're only like $220. When I say only, I mean normal price, exactly. It's a lot of money for shoes. When I was a kid, I only got shoes once a year for my birthday, April 18th. Every year too. My birthday happened every year. I would get a pair of shoes, April 18th, and there would be a maximum of $100. Some years a little less. But that was a big present for a birthday. What's that? Canadian, yeah, $100 Canadian. But it's still like $100 Canadian was like the same. I mean, not the equivalent as far as the currency conversion, but like mentally and socially, it was kind of like the same. $100 was $100, you know. So it was like $100 Canadian, which was like a lot for my family because we were poor. But yeah, and even then, like I could never afford Yeezys. I would get like Etnies, skate shoes, you know what I mean? And then they would last a full year. And then I'd get new shoes. Or if my shoes were good the next year, I would get a skateboard or something. But $220, that's not the password. I would never be able to get that. But now that I'm an adult, oh look. An absolutely long Sammy Joe here, just chilling on my laptop. Did I spill on the keyboard? Uh-huh. Wiping it off. But, so that's what's going on. Every fucking podcast, I think only once or twice on a podcast, but I always see humongously famous people around the area I live. And I don't live in Beverly Hills. 1 second. But we see so many fucking famous people. Let me just start by saying, the other night, Sammy Joe and I were walking around just our area. We live in Brentwood. Have I ever said that? Is that okay to say?
You said
All right, I live in Brentwood. The jig's up. I live in Brentwood in an apartment. It's not that expensive. Don't worry. Don't worry. I mean, don't judge. Why would you judge me anyways? I'm Grand Master. I deserve to live in a $5,000 a month place, but not pay that much. And so do you. That's what we deserve. You know? Maybe that's where the dojo will happen. I'll open up a dojo. It'll cost $5,000 a month. Only 20 people will go, and we won't be able to afford it. What was I saying? Yeah, we see a bunch of famous people. We saw, who did we see? Oh yeah, I remember in exact order. So we're walking past a sushi place called Katsuya, which is apparently like really well known, but I've been there a few times and like, it's all right. It's really just like, it's all right. It's way overly priced and it's all right. I've been to like sushi stops, like lower quality for sure, but I would way rather pay less and get like decent sushi somewhere else too. Like it was just like, all right. But I never, when people say like, oh yeah, you see a lot of famous people there, I never not believe it, but it doesn't really resonate until you actually see a big famous person there. And holy fuck, dude, we were walking past Katsuya. I'm holding Sammy Jo's hand. She's on my right. We're walking. Beautiful night. Wind in my hair. And in front of me, there's this gentleman standing there like this, holding a little mini cake, going, not moving. He was a literal statue, just going, oh. And then there were kids in front of him. And so I didn't really see the man standing. I just kind of knew that there was a man there, like a figure holding a cake, smiling, not moving. And there was like a girl and then a little girl who were like walking in front. So it was this man looking at his children or something, or nieces or nephews or whoever, which I can research after. But I was like, oh, those little girls look like they were fucking in Team 10 or something. Like they just look like they would be part of that shit. And as we're walking by, about 5 feet in front of me, I take a glance and I'm like, that's the most famous person on the earth. I whisper into Sammy Jo's ear, that's the most famous person on earth. And she goes, really? Who is it? And then I go, I don't remember. Wait, he's Batman. And then she goes, huh? And then I Google it. And I'm like, it's Christian Bale. It was fucking Christian Bale with a beard, smiling with his Christian Bale smile. It was crazy. Now, no, I know he's not the most famous person on earth, but he's very famous.
You said he's more famous than Beyonce.
Okay, well, I was wrong in that. I mean, I think that he's more, not because she's a woman, because it's a music industry pop person versus like Christian Bale. But she is way more famous, actually. Maybe not way more. Maybe she is. I don't know. In my mind, I was way more thrilled to see Christian Bale than Beyonce. Beyonce, you'd expect to see out and about. You know what I mean? Christian Bale, you'd think they'd tuck him away in a little box and like maybe he doesn't even really exist. You know what I mean? But Beyonce, is like, she's out there. She's just out there. But Christian Bale, what the fuck, man? Getting sushi 5 minutes down the street? Crazy, man. Christian Bale. Batman. He was Batman. I think he was Batman in what's it called? In Dark Knight, right? I hope he was. I think so. Yeah. Babe, can you check Christian Bale or who is Batman in Dark Knight? Which is like the best Batman of all fucking time with Heath Ledger as Joker. I think it was him. That's even more exciting for me that I breathed the same 10-foot radius air as Christian Bale. Christian Bale. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Bale. Wildly famous. Amazing. Which you think in your head, you're like, oh, why do I care? He's just a guy. Oh, he's so... His net worth is 80 million.
Now let's see Beyonce.
Beyonce is going to be like 230 million, guaranteed. But still, for some reason, I'm more excited about Christian Bale than I am Beyonce. And not because she's a fucking female. 355 million.
Jay-Z is 900 million.
900 million? What do you do with that much fucking money? Jay-Z's worth $900 million. Dude, if I was worth $900 million, I'd just off myself. I'm kidding. But what the fuck do you do with $900 million? Well, this is what I do, actually. I'll tell you what. Every fucking penny I'm going to spend right here. Someone calculate it. I'm going to buy a $122 million mansion, and I'm going to pay... I'm going to allocate into a bank account enough money to pay chef, maids, and guards forever for the next, 70 years. I'm going to allocate that money and put that away. And that's probably a couple million, right? So that's in there. I have, how much do I have fucking left? I have fucking 798 million, something like that left. I don't know. I'm going to buy every cool car. And by that, I mean, I'll buy 3 cars. I'll have a truck, I'll have a sports car, and I'll have something else. You know what? This game's already too hard. It's making me sad, and I won't be able to spend all the money, is what I've realized. I would just get everything that I want, and then I would donate. If I got everything that I wanted, this is so selfish, but I'll tell you what, it's my fucking dojo. I'd get everything that I want if I had $900 million, which I would easily get within $200 million range. And then I would have hundreds of millions of dollars left. And I would donate like $150 million to like divvied up to a bunch of different like researches, cancer research and all these different researches because I'm a good guy. But that's only because there's that much money left over. If I had $1 million right now, no, I'm not donating a fucking penny of it because it's not enough to live off of. Now, it's all perspective, but from my perspective, it's not enough to live off of. Is it enough for someone in Canada to live off of $1 million US? And maybe they were only getting, a $30,000 salary a year? Mm-hmm. It's definitely enough. Is it enough for me in old expensive LA? Could I make it work for a while? Uh-huh. But from my perspective, no. What's that, babe? Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, I could. I'm a fucking cockroach. I'm a cockroach. I could make $1 million last 300 years. Give me $1 million then if you want me to prove it. Okay? Let me just tell you, I am a fucking cockroach. This is how I imagine it. A cockroach, his version of what $1 million is just his ability to survive forever. If I had my ability to survive forever, which would be $1 million, I turn into a cockroach. I would invest. I would eat. I would just live. No, I'd blow it all. I'm not a cockroach. I'm a puffer fish. And don't puffer fish die if they puff up? That's what I do. Yeah, I'm a puffer fish that puffs up and dies. They do. I think, no, they don't. There's no way. How do they die? Wait, but don't they die if they puff up or something? How does a puffer fish die? Siri. Hey, Siri. Hey, how does a puffer fish die? She's actually activating. She found something on the way. My Christ.
Let's see.
Do puffer fish die when they puff up? The biggest concern, let's see. Oh, fuck if I'm right. Fuck, if I'm right, I'm a fucking cockroach. Okay. Oh, great. Nothing here is. Do pufferfish die? The biggest concern is actually what happens to pufferfish when they dive. Oh. God makes it blow up. When a pufferfish puffs up, it takes in water to increase the size. This makes the puffer's organs move to the side inside the body and the organs flatten. This causes an extreme stress to the puffer. Oh, that's right. They die from stress. Oh, for sure. So yeah, I'm a pufferfish that puffs up and stresses out and dies. And I'm a cockroach. Or it really depends. Now, where else was I going with these serious stories? Oh yeah, we saw more. That same fucking night, Christian Bale, who was holding a cake and standing perfectly still. I wish I had said something, but at the same time, also he's capturing a moment of seeing his children or whoever the fuck they were. He was capturing that moment, holding a cake, smiling, going, life is so good when you have millions of dollars. And he has an accent. Life is so good when you have millions of dollars to spare. I could throw $1 million away and I would be fine. God, these children do not know how rich I am. I could give them enough money to buy a whole island and still have millions and millions of dollars. What are you stressing over there for?
Then who?
What? Then who what? What are you saying?
Did we see?
Oh, I know. I'm playing first. Hello.
There's just so many.
Do not rush, Grand Master. You will be silenced in the Grand Master's dojo. She's singing at me. Anyways, after that, because we were walking to a CVS, so it's like Katsuya, CVS, and we were walking towards the CVS. We get into CVS, we're shopping around. We go to walk towards the cash register from the back of CVS, and who's walking in? Oh, hey, Pete Davidson. Davidson? I know. I just was saying Davidson because that's what I said the first time. So it's like, if you bring awareness to it, then it becomes funny instead of a fuck up. Thanks for calling me out. Get me. Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson was there, and he was there with, what's her name? Fucking Rebecca Beckinsale? Kate Beckinsale? Something Beckinsale. Pete Davidson and his girl were there and some of their friends and just walked past us, and we just, both of us went, what? No way. But my first reaction was, holy shit, what a fucking crazy night to see Pete Davidson and Christian Bale and Kate Beckinsale all in one night. That's fucking crazy. But I expected Pete Davidson to be a little taller. Gotta be honest, Pete. Hey, Pete, we're almost the same height. He's an inch or two taller than me. That's the truth machine. Do you hear that sound in the background? I thought he was like gonna tower over me, but then what I also realized is that people in Hollywood and films, the majority of people are like a lot shorter. So it just makes people who are like 6 foot and over look even taller because everybody's just shorter. I don't know why. I mean, I guess the last thing I did see him in was him with, who's the comedian? He's real short. Kevin Hart. Yeah. He did this, like he moved people's furniture for them, him and Kevin Hart. It was super funny. And Pete Davidson's asthma flared up, and he like had to put a oxygen mask on, like for real at the end. But that's absolutely why I thought he was so much taller. But also everyone talks about how tall he is, and then I saw him and I was like, we're almost the same height. Grand Master's almost the same height as you. You know what they say? Tall guy, small dick. And they're not wrong. Right, Pete? You know what I'm saying? But then, not the same day, but on the weekend. So that might have been during the week sometime. I don't even remember. But this weekend, we went driving around because Sammy Joe and I like to do this thing sometimes where we drive around with the top, excuse me, it's Burp Town City, baby. We drive around with the top down in super, super rich neighborhoods, like $100 million mansion neighborhoods of like Bel Air, Beverly Hills, Palisades. How am I this fucking burpy? Dude, there's no carbonation in that. Get it together, Coffee Bean. We drive around and we just look at these beautiful houses because it's kind of like law of attraction too. You know what I mean? We want to have a beautiful house one day. But it's just so fucking awesome to go out there and smell the beautiful smells of millions and millions and millions and billions of dollars of homes and go, I will never have this. You'll never have this. You'll never get this. Sometimes they're standing out there doing that. Sometimes Borat is standing in a $300 million mansion, spreading his ass cheeks open, going, "You'll never get this. You'll never get this." But yeah, we do that. And now I'm starting to doubt that it was who I thought it was, but there's two people that we thought we saw. But every time I've said we've seen someone, it was for sure them. This is maybe. But we were just driving up, and this guy, like, we're going pretty slow, and he's just jogging on in a fucking millions and millions of dollars in the neighborhood. And he just goes, he kind of goes like that, like he was waving, like, oh, or like a picture logo. But I'm pretty sure he was just running into this one, like, hey. And I'm pretty sure it was Rainn Wilson from The Office. It looked very much like Rainn Wilson, but it was in Bel Air. And then I texted Fareed because Rainn Wilson's a Baha'i and I'm a Baha'i, and Fareed's a Baha'i, and I think Fareed knows him through the Baha'i faith. And I texted him and I was like, hey, does Rainn Wilson live in Bel Air? Because I think I just saw him. I think he waved at me. And then like in my mind, I'm like, oh, he knows me because he knows Fareed, so he probably recognized me. And he was probably like, Kev, I wonder if I can work with you, dude. And then I immediately was like, oh, no. It was probably not him, but it also might have been him. But very cool just to possibly see Rainn Wilson. That's Dwight Schrute from The Office, if you didn't know his real name. And then also Fareed said, no, he doesn't. I think he lives in the Valley or something. And I was like, damn it. Because why would he park his car there or something and just be running down beautiful neighborhoods for like jogging if he doesn't live there? But then which was like weird that we think we saw someone else. Is something happening with the camera? We should be good. Is it recording still?
Yeah, but there's something red on the left that's flashing. Has it always been? It's like a card.
We should be good. Yeah. Anyways, so we're driving around still, kind of similar neighborhood, maybe 5 minutes away, and we think we saw, I forget his name. What was his name?
I don't remember where.
From The Office? Also from The Office, but it probably wasn't him either. We think we saw Jim from The Office. Yeah, I forget his actual name. But Samja goes, I think that's Jim from The Office. Yeah, it was some guy from the back. So it was definitely not Jim, and it was probably not Rainn Wilson, but it was definitely Pete Davidson, definitely Kate Beckinsale, and definitely Christian Bale. Pretty cool. Makes you feel pretty insignificant when you see somebody who's so significant. But it's just so cool. I don't know why. It feels a little shallow to be so enamored by people that are famous, but at the same time, who gives a shit? It's like, it is cool to see someone who's done so many great things and you respect and have seen in so many movies and they're, and on SNL and you really respect their work. So the other part of my brain goes, no, it's super fucking cool that we saw them. And it is okay that they're just famous, and that's why I think it's so cool. Now, let's go right into Grand Master Pod emails. You guys ready? Now, you too can have your advice given by emailing grandmasterpod@gmail.com. If you're the guy or girl commenting, what's the email for the advice column? Do you even watch the podcast? And why do you care if you don't? But it's grandmasterpod@gmail.com. Love you. I'm just busting your balls or vagina. I'm just busting your vag or balls. Busting it, not busting in it, babe. I'm busting it. Well, now it sounds bad, but I'm busting your balls and vag. Now it's just grosser and grosser the more I say it. It sounded funny in my head, and now it sounds gross. But I'm joshing with you. There, that sounds a little more... I'm joshing with you. But it's grandmasterpod@gmail.com, so if you want your advice on whatever it is in the world, go ahead and email it. And also, how didn't you know the email? That's crazy to me that you know to ask what the email is, but not know what the email is. Anyways, we'll start with Cameron Legolas. Hello. I'm 19-year-old college student who's been dating this guy for a little over a month now. We haven't said I love you yet, and I'm not sure when we will. My boyfriend has sort of said it once, and he was drunk, but that don't really count. Okay, there's some grammar issues. That's okay. Anywho, I do love him a lot, and I want to say it, but I guess I'm just nervous since this is the longest and most serious relationship I've ever been in. And seeing you and baby Joe in love makes me think that you could help me out a little bit. Thank you. Also loving the podcast and you. Thanks. That's so nice. Anyways, here's the thing about saying the I love you. I forget, how long did you say you were together? A little over a month, and we haven't said I love you. And he said it drunk. Don't rush it. I actually did the same thing to Sammy Joe. I was drunk and I told her I loved her through text. Nah, yeah. I was under the buzzed influence, which is like I had had a few drinks, but I wasn't drunk. You're right. But I don't think there's any rush. Sometimes you just can't help it and you can't control it, but you'll feel when it's ready. If you feel like the other person loves you like you just know they do, you just feel it and you know they love you and you know you love them, then you can talk to them and be like, hey, I love you. But otherwise, if you're in that state where like you think you like them more than they like you, then maybe hold off and just because sometimes you don't need to say it for the first while. Like it's not a necessary thing. For me anyways, but yeah, just enjoy being in the relationship,
Average time is 3 to 4 months before most people say it.
Oh, I guess the average time is 3 to 4 months. Yeah, before you feel it and say it. Yeah, you say it when you feel it, but also if you're on the same page as the other person, that's easier. If you feel like you're not on the same page as far as your feelings, then then you don't need to yet. You can just let the relationship develop until you do feel comfortable. When you feel comfortable enough to say it, likely the relationship has developed enough for you to say it. So there's my advice. Boosh, baby. It wasn't a boosh. It was actually hopefully helpful. But let's move on to the next one. This one's from Ian, and it's fucking long. Cool. Let's do it. How much time do we have left? We got time. Hi, the Grand Master. I'm having a hard time at work. My managers are acting really weird and crazy all of a sudden, and the air seems really hostile. On top of that, I realize that I'm going to do a lot of work that the managers are supposed to do. So they don't have to do it. Grandmaster, I love my coworkers. I'm a very shy girl, so I'm scared that if I go somewhere else, I won't get the connections with my coworkers that I now do have. What should I do? Should I stay at my job or start finding somewhere else to work? Love always. P.S. Love the pod. Keep it up. I've watched every episode. It gets better and better every time. I especially love how high I have to turn the volume up to hear Sammy Joe. P.P.S. I bought a bunch of SB7 merch and it's freaking dope. I love the embroidered crew neck. Oh my God, softest thing I've ever felt. Thank you, Grand Master. You're welcome. And thank you so much for buying the merch. Wow. So wait, I gotta really figure out what I'm giving advice on here. They're having a hard time at work. They're acting weird. The air seems hostile. And you're doing all the work that your manager's supposed to do, so they don't have to. Tough.
She's shy and doesn't want to start fresh.
I see.
with a new job, but
See, that's why you're my producer. It really depends. She didn't really say what she does, right?
no.
Yeah, so I would say it depends on what position you're in too. Like if you're, ready to move on and you don't really want to be there anyways, even if it wasn't hostile, being in a hostile work environment sucks for sure. Like if you're uncomfortable and you're not enjoying yourself there and that's affecting you negatively mentally, like you're going home and you're just like, you fucking hate it, which a lot of people, that's just life for a lot of people for sure. But if you're in a position where you don't want to be there anymore, you're not enjoying yourself and you're overworked, be looking for other jobs, things that do make you happy. You want to be doing something that makes you happy. If you are not in a position where you feel like you can get another job or you're short on cash and like maybe ride it out and try to save more till you're then in a more comfortable position to make a transition somewhere else. But there's a lot of factors that go into it, but that's probably my advice. Being shy, like that's a whole other ball game. Some people grow out of being shy. Some people don't, but like, especially in work environments, like you're gonna meet people you like, you're gonna meet people you don't like. And it's gonna be about whatever makes you happy, So that's my advice there. Do we have time for one more? I hope that helped. Let's try to do one more. Let's bang one out. Let's beat one off right quick. Let me just beat one out really quick. Okay. Last one for today. I'm sorry I don't get to them all, but again, leave them, guys, and I'll get to them, okay? This one's by Chani Mabalambaba. Making up fake names for people. I've been wanting to get into music for a while now, but I have no experience and I don't know where to start. I'm 15 and only have my laptop and phone. I don't have a lot of money to spend on software and mics and all that. So if you know any cheap ways I could start out, that would greatly appreciate it. I'm also not the best at singing, so if you have any tips on improving that, would be amazing. Thank you so much for reading this, and any advice would be helpful. I'm a huge fan of the podcast. I've watched every episode so far, and I definitely plan on watching every episode you post in the future. Hopefully one day I'll get back a black belt. Love you, Cib. Keep up the great work. Thanks so much, man. You guys watching the podcast means so much to me because this is just a personal project. I make like no money from this. As a matter of fact, I bought the camera, bought the laptop, bought the mics, bought the mixers. So I likely will be negative lots of money for a long time with this podcast, but I fucking love doing it. And I love it even more when you guys love it and people are watching it. So share it with a friend. But to you, sir, dude, you're in a great position. You know what I mean? You're 15 and you're interested in doing music. Just start doing it, man. So it depends on what kind of music you want to make. If you want to make music with your guitar, if you want to make electronic music or stuff like California. For me, I would say if you have a laptop and it's capable at all. Now, I don't know if this is sage advice, but there's ways of getting FL Studio where you don't really have to pay too much or at all. That's all. I'll leave it there. You can figure out how to get software yourself, but there's always ways to get the software you need. That's all I'm going to say, because I've been there too. Some people don't have. Also, what I'm saying is also not great advice. You should pay for the software, but there's ways around it. God, I'm trying to building's on fire. I have to go. No, but start with. Fuck, I'm trying to give good advice, but also not give advice that's like I shouldn't. But also, I've been in that position. You got to figure out how to get your hands on a software that can make music. And maybe there's free versions. Maybe find a free version of FL Studio, or find a way to get FL Studio, and watch a ton of YouTube videos, to learn how to make music. And start there. Drum kits. Boom. Start with a drum kit and then find some sort of synth, or find, a guitar thing. Or if you have a guitar and you play guitar, start with that. Write songs. Just do a lot of doing it. The best thing you can do, especially if you're 15 and interested in it, is not put it off. Stop making excuses. Dude, you can record. You could make lo-fi songs if you wanted to and record with the audio from your fucking iPhone. Like, people do that shit all the time. The audio quality is not bad. You can also buy microphones for your phone. I actually got one from a convention for free that they just like gave influencers and shit. They handed them out, and they're amazing quality. You literally pop it in, and it's this big microphone right here. People do that shit all the time, so you can record your audio on there. Singing wise, do a ton of singing, do a lot of practicing, look up how to improve your vocal range and stuff like that. It's a lot of research and then doing. Write songs, even if you write like a verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, you know what I mean? Just write, and then come up with the melodies or whatever, and create music, like I said, in FL Studio, whatever program you can get your hands on. You just have to start doing and finishing things. Finish one, even if you're like, oh, this sucks. Finish it. Just get it fucking done. Put it in a folder. Start another song. They're going to be better every time, I promise. Especially if you're researching and you have influences and you're like, oh, I like this band's song. I'm going to do something similar to that in my own style. And then you just got to do. The more you do, the better you'll get, the faster you'll get. If you start and you go balls deep when you're 15, by the time you're 20, I'm 23, 24 soon. I guess I started when I was like 15 too, but like if you go crazy and go ham, you're going to be so good so early that you'll be able to like legitimately do music. So that's my advice, is like, you're interested now, go fucking hard, do everything, you know, unless you're just doing it for fun, in which case do whatever, you know. But I think that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you guys so much for listening. It's been episode 7 of Grand Master Pod. Don't forget to listen to the podcast on iTunes. Leave it a review. It helps out my ego and makes everybody who goes to check it out see how popular it really is. The podcast is on Spotify. We have a Reddit and an advice email, grandmasterpod@gmail.com. Hashtag GrandmasterPod on all social media platforms to tag me and stuff, and you can post it directly on the Reddit. Thanks for watching. You may now leave the dojo. See you next week.